right, let's take a look at another couple skills, how to duplicate and then arrange objects. So I've got an object here. It's a shape, a rectangle. I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller by grabbing the handle on the bottom. I'm going to hold down the Shift key, which will keep it from getting distorted, and make it a little bit more narrow. And now I want to duplicate it. There's a shortcut for this. You simply make sure you're clicked on the object. The blue outline will show up, and then hit Control, hold down the Control key, CTRL, and then the letter D as in dog. Boom. Now I've got it duplicated. I can use my arrow keys to move it down, or I can grab it and move it around that way. I like to use the arrow keys. So I'm going to duplicate both of these now by clicking and dragging and selecting both of my objects. See how they're both outlined in blue? And then I'm going to hit Control D. Guess how many rectangles I have now? I started with 2 and I duplicated, so now I have 4. So that's kind of a mess though. I want to arrange it neatly on my page, arrange my 4 objects. So let me show you that tool. I'm going to select all of them by clicking and dragging. And you can also select them by holding down the Shift key and then clicking on all the objects one at a time that you want to do something with. So now they're all selected. And then I'm going to go to my Arrange menu. It's right up here at the top. Click Arrange. And I can do 3 things. Well, 4 really, but let me show you a couple of them. I can align them, which means to move them all so that they are aligned on the same axis, vertical or horizontal, that they're all kind of like touching right up against an imaginary line in the middle of your slide. So I'm going to align them on the left-hand side. Boom. So you can kind of experiment with that and see what the different effects are. If you don't like it, you can undo it by clicking Control Z, and Control Y redoes it. So they're all still selected. So I'm going to go to Arrange again, and in this case, I'm going to Distribute. So horizontal is like the horizon from left to right. Vertical is top to bottom. I want to distribute them, which means to space them out evenly, vertically. Boom. So now there's the same amount of space between each of my rectangles. So it just looks a little bit better for my project. And so if you would like, we reviewed how to select objects and duplicate them, Control D. If I want 8 of these, I can do that, but I'm going to undo it by clicking Control Z. And then using the Arrange tool to align or distribute your objects on the page. You can also center them and rotate them.